I know we have all experienced this at some point. You go into a restaurant and the appetizer menu, it's enough. No need for an entree. I'm good right here. Just give me some egg rolls and I will leave this restaurant happily and quietly. Inspired by that experience, this is egg roll in a bowl. Everything that goes inside of an egg roll without the wheat and deep frying. Although I do have some ideas of how you can still get that crunchy texture woven into the meal. Starting with our lentils. You want them already cooked, as this recipe is just meant to heat the ingredients through. Canned lentils or dry lentils that you have cooked already and reserved, this is the meal for that. The reason I chose lentils, it's to represent sort of a ground meat texture. You could actually do the same thing with walnuts. I'll put a link in the description for you. Or maybe on screen somewhere if something pops up. Or go with something completely different, like chickpeas or cannellini beans, or even like a store-bought plant ground meat substitute. With this recipe going quick, there's not really anything fancy to do here. You get your onions going until translucent, and then you add in your garlic and your ginger. Moments later comes your lentils, and moments after that is gonna come your cabbage and your carrots. Now, I mentioned earlier having an idea to incorporate the crunchy texture. Once I get my veggies into the skillet, I really only keep them in there for a very short amount of time. I wanna say maybe 2-3 minutes max before I add some sauce in. Now, of course, you could absolutely cook them a bit longer. If you allow for the shorter cooking method though, it does add that texture into the experience of the food. Other ways you can add texture into the food are using those crunchy deep fried onions. Not sure if you completely know what I'm talking about. Or you could also do those like little tortilla strips. Obviously at this point, we're starting to blend like the cultures of foods, and that can really do some good things there. Speaking about experience, depending on what you're dipping your egg roll in can make all of the difference. So I thought about that for a bowl. Obviously you can't dip a bowl. I mean, I guess you could, but that would be really weird. We have 2 homemade sauces that I absolutely love to dress this whole thing up with. We're gonna pour it on the bowl because again, dipping the whole bowl just sounds very hard to do. First up is our sweet chili sauce. I'm using cane sugar, but you can certainly start this out with unrefined sugar, such as a maple syrup or a date sugar. Keeping in mind, those unrefined sugars are going to change up the flavor and the color a little bit, because each of those come with their own really good taste, which I prefer, but I needed mine to kind of look like sweet chili, you know? Not like some made up weird thing. In the pot, everything goes in right behind each other. Rice vinegar, water, garlic, chili garlic sauce, rice wine, some ginger, and at one point, I almost forgot, but make sure you add that soy sauce. You can swap that out for coconut aminos or tamari if you like. Before you get things going, don't forget to mix up your slurry. Just using cornstarch and water, and this will be added in slightly later in order to thicken things up. Turn on the burner, and it's okay if baby whisk is hiding all too well, as you would want something with a larger handle when you're doing the mixing to prevent yourself from getting hurt. Once the sugar is dissolved and the ingredients are at a little bit of a boil, you want to whisk in that slurry. Within 2 to 3 minutes, everything is going to thicken up and boom, you're done. And once it cools down, it's going to thicken up even more, but more to like a saucy kind of thicken up, not like a curdy deal. Now for our second sauce. This one is a vegan version of the bang bang sauce that you hear about. If you haven't heard about it before, this thing is mind-blowing and requires 0 cooking. Into a small bowl is gonna go vegan mayo, sriracha, rice vinegar, some sweet chili sauce, and yes, you could use some of the one you just mixed up, maple syrup, and simply stir it together. This is so incredibly delicious. It's the one that you see kind of layered up on the main recipe at the end shot. And this sauce is perfect for dipping anything in. Fries, vegetables, or even using it for like a special sauce on like a vegan hamburger. All 3 recipes are available and linked in the description, or you can head right over to my website, makedairyfree.com. Sign up for my membership if you're looking for more ways on how you can support the channel, or even watch another video. Either way, thank you so much for your time. Until next time, believe in good. Peace.